All right, so we are moving on to Unit 4, Lesson 7, and we're going to use what we've been using in Lesson 5 and 6, but apply it to real-world scenarios. So using order of operations, exponents, specifically exponents in this one, to solve real-world problems. So Rodney's got an issue here, and he's got 5 boxes. 3 of them are 20 inches tall here, and 20 inches wide, and 20 inches long. So 20 by 20 by 20. He's got 3 of them, and then he has these 2 other boxes that are 13 by 13 by 13. He doesn't have room for his house, but he wants to keep them, and he wants to not pay a lot of money, and he wants to get a small storage unit. So he needs to know before he goes the minimum amount of storage unit he needs to buy. So he needs to have a general idea of the size that he needs to buy. Okay, so how would he write an equation for this, and how would he solve the equation? So make sure you use units to help you make sense of it all. So usually it's in so what units are we talking about here, right? You're given an inch by an inch and by an inch, and usually when you go shopping for storage units, they don't tell you it's an inch by inch by inch. It's not even in inches. It's in a unit called cubic feet. Like feet, cubes. Actually, they just usually say it's cubic feet, right? Which is written as foot cubed, right in here, right? So we have to figure out what an inch cubed is to a cubic foot, right? Well, first off, we know that there is 1 inch in 1 foot, right? So it's pretty simple, right? Well, we just take, I'm sorry, not 1 inch in a foot. There's 12 inches in a foot. There's 12 inches in a foot, right? Well, it's easy, right? We just take 12, and then so we just take 12 inches and we cube it, right? Yeah, that's about it, right? So 1 foot cubed is 12 inches cubed, right? So we take 12, and we raise it. That's 1,728 inches cubed. Okay, so that's how we know. That's how we figure out how to go 1 cubic foot is 1,728 cubic inches, and that should make sense, right? Because if we draw a box, right, we draw our box here. That's my box. That's a better box. That's my box here, and I say this is 1 by 1 by 1 foot, right? But each one of these has like 12 in it, right? And it's 12 this way, and it's 12 this way. So you stack them like this, and it stacks like this, right? Yeah, it could easily end up being, so there's going to be rows and rows and columns and columns and columns. Could easily be 1,200 and 1,728 cubic inches in 1 foot, right? So that should make some pretty intuitive sense there. All right, so we got past the conversion factor from, that's what that's called, by the way, a conversion factor. All right, a lot of the time people just multiply it by 12. That's wrong. You have to multiply by 12 cubed when you're going from a linear measure to a cubic measure, right? So don't make that mistake in life. So anyway, so let's write our equation. Right in our equation, we have to go and we say, well, we have three things. Well, how many cubic inches is this thing, right? Well, we have 3 sides, and each side is 20 inches. So it's going to be 20 inches by 20 inches by 20 inches, right? And we can simplify this by saying this is going to be 20 cubed, right? Inches cubed, right? 20 inches cubed, right? And how many boxes do we have? Well, we have 3 of them. We have 3 boxes. And so we have 3 times that. We have 3 boxes that are 20 inches cubed per box. Okay? So that's what we got going on right there. And then we have 2 boxes. So we have that. Those are 3 of the boxes, and we have 2 boxes. 2 boxes that are 13 by 13 by 13. So 13 times 13 times, whoops, that's going to be 13 inches by 13 inches by 13 inches, length times width times height, right? And that's going to be, or you could say it's 13 inches cubed per box, right? So that's multiplied. All right, so now we can set up some railroad tracks. So we can say that we have 3 boxes, and then it's 20 inches, cubic inches per box, right? Plus 2 boxes times 13. Whoops, I did that wrong. Times 13 in cubic inches per box times 13 cubic inches per box. So why did I set it up that way? This is a thing called unit analysis, right? Unit analysis is a very powerful tool. I've told you this before, because I forgot about my inches cubed. I forgot to do inches cubed here. Right, because I know that I need inches cubed, where I need some unit of volume, right? So I can go boxes cancel out, because I have a box on the top and I have a box on the bottom. Boxes cancel out, and my units that I'm going to have left is inches cubed. Okay, so all of this is going to be multiplied by my conversion factor. And my conversion factor is, what do I need in the end? I need in the end cubic feet. Okay, so my cubic feet is going to go on top, right? So my cubic feet is 1,728 inches cubed, right? So when I'm all said and done, it's going to be inches plus inches, and those inches will allow us to add these 2 terms together. So these inches will be combined into 1, and it'll cancel out that one, and my ending term will be in feet cubed. Okay, so let's do the math. All right, so I have 20 cubed. 20 raised is 8,000. So I have 8,000 times 3 plus, this is all inside the parentheses still, 8,000 times 3, this is going to be inches cubed, because my boxes are gone, right? we'll do 13 cubed times 2 equals 4, hold on a second, let me do it the same thing. 13 cubed is 2197 times 2 inches cubed, okay, and then still foot cubed 1728 inches cubed. Okay, so now I'm going to do 3, make sure 20 cubed, yep. All right, so now I'm going to do 3 times 8. This is all over 1. All right, so 3 times 8 is 24,000 inches cubed plus 3 times 2197 is 6591 inches cubed, all over foot cubed over 1728 inches cubed. All right, so I'm going to add this 6591 times 24,000 inches cubed is 3030591 inches cubed, and then that's going to be divided by 1728 inches cubed. Now the inches cubed will cancel out, leaving me with foot cubed. 1728 is going to be, I need 17. Oh, I need at least an 18, approximately round up 18 cubic feet, 18 cubic foot, right? It's actually 17.703 cubic foot. So round up, they're not going to sell you a 17.70, right? So they're probably going to give you a 20 cubic foot, probably what they're going to sell you something in. So you need at least 18 cubic feet, you know, round it up to like a 20 is what you're going to find. Okay, so hopefully that makes some sense for you. Unit analysis, right? It is a powerful tool.